is once again home to a postseason. It'll be Vassell, Champagny, went at Frostbank since third when they were 3-3. They can get there tonight with a win. They've been the best team in the West over the last 34 games. Here's De'Aaron Fox with a shot clock at 4. And Wembanyama set a good screen that allowed the kick out, but the 3 is off the mark from Vassell. And Kawhi Leonard, of course, getting booed, although it's been 7 years since he left San Antonio. Helped the Spurs win the 2014 NBA championship as Jones connects on a 3.
They're not happy with him because all he's done is average 25 on 50, 40, 90 in 15 games. Them, Dave, but boy, the confidence is just off the charts with that jumper.
You mentioned the great numbers that Leonard has against his former team. Wembanyama struggled 1 of 5 against the Clippers as Lopez misses badly. And Wemby is -40. That's his worst plus-minus against any team in the league. Champagny, corner 3 is there. Listed as questionable up until about an hour ago due to various injuries, but he's playing, and that's no surprise. He hasn't missed a game in a year and a half. Jones downhill, challenged by Wembanyama, and now Chris Dunn. Go get him a 3. And Fox, a little slow to get up. Wembanyama swishes.
Trigger on that. And that's efficient dribble movement from your guy who's well over 7 feet.
Shot clock inside of 10. And out of 4. Sanders will try a 3. And Wembanyama with the rebound. He is 5th in rebounds, 1st in blocks, and in the top 20 in scoring. Fox, straight move, gets to the cup. Good defense, though. And Leonard trying to save it, and does. Leonard now draws Wembanyama. He attacks, and a foul.
The separation with your 2-step back into it. Really hard to contest, though.
He has to play in 16 of the final 20 games to be eligible, to hit that 65-game threshold to be eligible for all the postseason awards. You'd have to think Defensive Player of the Year, he's the favorite, and definitely in the MVP conversation. Champagny turns it over after Leonard hit the free throws. Now Kawhi for 3, no good. All of the Clippers shots have been from behind the arc. They're 1 for 5. Castle driving, trying to muscle his way through the lane. Vassell, short. Long rebound, done.
Good check out to about 15 feet by Brook Lopez.
Lopez now on 1 foot on the fall away.
I mean, it's a simple thing, but he's guarding Victor Wembanyama, who his reach is significant. So on the check out, he had to be on point, and then the offensive game is there as well.
Wembanyama draws the foul.
Profile of Kawhi Leonard now. We saw
single game as Wembanyama goes 1 for 2 at the line. He's an 82% free throw shooter on the season. Spurs by 3. 3.5 minutes gone by here in San Antonio. Game 2 of a 6-game homestand. 20 games left. 12 in all are at home for the Spurs. Lopez short. Rebound Champagny. And now Wembanyama bringing it up the floor. That long crossover, glides, fires, and maybe blocked from behind. Hard to tell if Jones got a piece of that or not. Leonard into a wall of Spurs, kicks it out. Lopez for a 3. Another miss. They're 1 of 6 now. Wembanyama again on the attack. Met by Lopez at the elbow. Fox gets all the way to the basket. They were so worried about Wembanyama.
Last night, when Asar Thompson got hurt, Fox got busy on the offensive end. You see the speed on that drive. That is a game changer for De'Aaron.
All-star this year for the 2nd time. As Dunn able to get to the rim and lays it home off the window. We talk a lot about Wembanyama for great reason. And Castle, who was the Rookie of the Year last year. But De'Aaron Fox, one of the unsung heroes of this Spurs season. Leonard's 3 off target. The tip by Sanders drops. now a timeout.
Successful. He is 12-3 with a record averaging 25 points per game, to your point, DB. But also, he is the only player in NBA history to average that and have an 80% win percentage against his former team. Ty Lue said Kawhi has been playing playoff basketball since December, but when he plays the Spurs, he takes it to a different level. And even though he's quiet about it, he knows it's a little bit more to this game, guys.
He has had an incredible season. He's 8th in the league in scoring, and it's a career-high 28 points per game. 3rd in steals, 3rd in free throw shooting, as Vassell knocks down a 3 for San Antonio.
And their turnaround happened when Kawhi got healthy, right?
They were 6-21 at one point, and it wasn't just Leonard. Derek Jones was out. They thought Bradley Beal would help. He got hurt early and is out for the year as Lopez connects and answers for 3, and Clippers back up 1.
Well, Cornette is the guy coming out now to guard because Victor Wembanyama is on the bench. It'll be interesting, Dave, to see how many minutes Victor plays tonight. Back-to-back situation. Played, I believe, almost 39 minutes. It was a very physical game against Detroit. So how cautious are the Spurs?
Cornette with the slam as Castle finds him. The most Wembanyama played in a back-to-back was in November. Early November, he played 37 one night, 32 the next. But to your point, physical game, getting down to crunch time. As Leonard gets in the lane for his first field goal. Wembanyama playing the first 4.5 minutes of this game, and rolling with Cornette right now as his backup. Castle goes behind the back. Jump stop, missed it from about 14 and cleared by Leonard. LA has made 5 of its last 6 shots. Again off 1 foot, and Lopez able to connect again. What a start for him. He's got 9.
So first of all, you can play 5 out with him because he's a threat from 3. But if you need him to duck in, like Chris Dunn sent him to duck in and go to work offensively. Without James Harden and Zubac running pick and roll, after Kawhi, what's your next offense? Brook is an option.
Those are the big moves made at the deadline.
It's a one-on-one opportunity because of the spacing on the floor. That's where I say his shot profile is different.
Vassell comes from behind Leonard to knock it free, and now on the other end, he's fouled by Dunn. More than his season average, and will Wemby do the same?
Well, given what Angel just...
And the second free throw in and out. So both Wembanyama and Vassell have missed a free throw. 2-point Clippers lead, nearing 4 minutes to go in the first. We'll keep an eye on Wembanyama and when he returns from the tunnel. Although hard to miss.
Yes.
3 from the corner is off target from Jones. Keldon Johnson, one of the 6th man of the year candidates in the NBA. Now Vassell able to hit the jumper from about 17. Six points for Vassell, 7 for Wembanyama. Mathurin in the lane, and Cornette with a good contest, and Mathurin could knock it down. 10th game for Mathurin since the trade. First team all-rookie with the Pacers back in 2023. Dylan Harper, whose game has really picked up of late, kicks it out, but Vassell can't pay it off. Harper, the number 2 pick in the draft out of Rutgers, 19-year-old, seems to get better as the season goes on.
Because, you know, they like to get in the paint and score in the paint as much as they can, but they try to keep ourselves in front of them, make them shoot as many threes as possible.
When we left the quarter about halfway through the quarter, what would you say that changes, or how do you think that changes how you guys have to attack the paint offensively?
Just getting downhill, getting to the paint, make them help, and spray for open threes. I mean, just find an open man, period. They're going to help regardless, so just find an open man and knock down the shots.
Thanks, Eric.
Well, thank you.
Dave.
That, yes, Victor's, you know, obviously off the floor as Vassell gets a jumper. But the other part that he said that was important, Derek Jones, is we want to make them shoot as many threes as possible, right? This is a team that's 20th in percentage, so you don't want them in the paint, driving, getting downhill with their...
In the opening quarter for Kawhi Leonard. In honor of our Latino...
Dave Pash.
What's that mean? Oh. That's Syracuse education. 1 minute gone by second quarter. Clippers by 6. Castle spots up and drills a 3. Only 29% from out there on the year. That is a part of his game that one would assume would get better given how hard he works. Mathurin has it spin out. Harper played good minutes in that first quarter and can't get that one in the lane to fall. Leonard on the run, goes right at the defender who got out of the way. Vassell wanted no part of that.
Mitch Johnson quickly getting Victor Wembanyama up and off the bench, so he'll get his second run of the game here.
And what a play by Jackson, stripping and scoring on the other end. And the lead up to 7 now for LA.
But they're doing a heck of a job on the defensive end. Pressuring the right people on the bounce, trying to take away the drives of Castle and Harper.
Leonard with another great defensive play, and he scores on the other end. 9 minutes of game time. His team trails by 9. He had 7 points early on, including a couple threes. Castle with an air ball. Clippers with 6 steals, leading to 8 points off turnovers. That's a big reason they've been able to get out to this 9-point lead. Wembanyama with the deflection. His presence already felt, and his first defensive possession since checking back in. Vassell trying to break down Jackson. Swing to Castle. The 3 is up and no good. Wembanyama tracks it down. Fake the 3. Driving on his countryman Batum. No matchup here with 4 on the shot clock. Wembanyama gets it away, and it's an air ball. Back-to-back air balls, and a 20. Have to think as Leonard is fouled. There are 5 season left, basically.
I think when you consider his two-way dominance and its dominance on the defensive end, just to give you some perspective on this guy, as you see him covering as that secondary defender, and now coming back and get a rebound. After All-Star break, the guy has 37 blocks. That is more than 14 other teams since we exited the All-Star break. And like, this is special what he does as a shooter, but what he's doing defensively is ridiculous.
Cleans it up inside and scores with the left hand.
And they look at the difference in the level of this team, and it's no slight on any of the talent they've got around them. They're a different level team with this guy.
Both ends of the floor. Batum, corner 3, hit it. Nicholas, the lead is 10. Meanwhile, the Spurs have gone cold. Wembanyama takes care of that, though.
You look at the Spurs in a little like half-court zone with a little push-up and pressure.
Jackson, no look. Great defense. Mathurin gets it back over the outstretched arm of Wembanyama for his first basket. Wembanyama feeling it. Keldon Johnson held that time. Antetokounmpo won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season in the last handful of years. And obviously Wemby at the top of the DPOY rankings right now. Inside, Jackson, and again able to get that over the shot blocking arm of Wemby.
You see, Mathurin wants to get downhill, so if he can touch paint and be creative, good things happen.
Wembanyama not shy, in and out. He took 10 threes last night. He's already attempted 7 threes here tonight. Mathurin working on Waters, off target. Wembanyama gets the rebound, just standing on his feet. Quick outlet, gets it back. Look out, Wembanyama with a slam. Day against the Cavaliers as part of our ABC NBA Sunday Showcase, followed by the Knicks and the Lakers.
Look at that attack by Jordan Miller right away. Wemby goes off the floor after a very brief run, and you attack the paint immediately.
8 minutes played for Wembanyama. It is not an injury situation. They're just monitoring his minutes after playing 39 last night. The lob by Vassell to slam Cornette.
And back to this little half-court zone where they push up and pressure, it looks like.
Lopez had the hot hand in the first quarter with 9 points. A push shot from 12 feet.
I mean, this guy understands how to play on the offensive end, right? Turned himself into a heck of a defensive player. But how about the touch he has shown? You run him off the three-point line, he gets a medium-range shot with touch. It's tough.
Vassell, no. Cornette trying to track down the offensive rebound. Clipper ball up 11, matching their largest lead of the night. Fox going to check back in a moment. Lopez fires and drills a three-pointer.
He's been absolutely terrific all night long, both ends of the floor. What an option to have offensively when Kawhi Leonard, if you have to sit him, well, he's playing with Kawhi and Batum. So you got some big-time experience on the floor right now.
Shot clock down to 8. Keldon Johnson driving. And the Clippers just surround him. Keldon Johnson takes a shot to the face. Just getting back up now. Leonard with 2 men on him. Out to Miller. His three is good. And it's a 17-point lead now for the Clippers.
Who's adjusted his game over those 18 years. Incredible.
He's got 14 points to lead the Clippers, who have a 17-point lead over the Spurs. Castle in the lane. Off the back rim. No. Rebound Lopez. You touched on it going to break. Right now, the Clippers are in 9th, but if you get to 7 or 8, you get 2 chances to get out of the play-in and into the playoffs, and they're just a game behind Golden State for 8th in the loss column, and they've beaten them 2 out of 3 times. They still play once more. And no one would have thought that 2.5 months ago when the Clippers were 6-21.
This has just been an impressive defensive half for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And that's been their calling card in this remarkable run after that miserable start. Only one other team has had a record similar to the Clippers through the first.
To try to get to 500, put something in front of them, and to the men's credit, they went and chased it.
Wembanyama back in the game, and Johnson with the slam. Leonard to the corner. Lopez bricks that one. Rebound Harper. Quick outlet to Wembanyama. Through traffic, has it poked free. Leonard racing up the court. Collects and scores. It was deflected by Harper, so no turnover by Leonard. Harper gets downhill. Champagnie, defender flies by. 3 though is short. Wembanyama keeps it alive. Rhythm bounce. And the 3 no good for Fox.
They are
6-20.
I was just going to say it. They're really struggling, and these guys, Brook Lopez in particular. And look at that 7-footer and the kind of rotation. How pretty that is.
He's got 17 now. 3 threes in the game. It's a 20-point lead. Wembanyama trying to answer can. Spurs beat Detroit last night. We're up double figures for most of that game. But they're having their problems here in the second game of a back-to-back with the Clippers, as Leonard is fouled on the drive.
Right, should be noted.
And 9 assists. 6 of those assists came from Jordan Miller, and he had no turnovers.
Let's give the Clippers defense a ton of credit. I mean, I know the Spurs are in a back-to-back situation, but they got young legs. And this is a Spurs team that since February hit, they have been averaging well north of 122 points per game. Like, Clippers defense was on point that first half.
Yeah, they've been the #1 scoring team since Feb 1.
And some headway. Angel Gray, what do you got for us?
Well, DB, I was able to catch up with the Spurs associate head coach Sean Sweeney, and I asked him how his team was different without Wemby on the floor, and he said we definitely had to do better with team defense. He said we can't rely on one guy to erase everything. That's what they were doing in the first half. Clippers were shooting 55% from the floor. They weren't able to disrupt them, and he said if Wemby isn't on the floor, there can't be an area where he is erasing every mistake. They have to do better together.
Yeah, 69 points for the Clippers. And again, go back to that first quarter. They scored 7 points with Wembanyama on the floor, and 25 in a 7-minute span when he was on the bench. Wembanyama looking for a screen. Vassell fires. Can't get a 3, but Champagnie has it. Karam to him. Wembanyama on the smaller Sanders, although every defender's smaller. Wembanyama scores from mid-range. Lopez gets another three. That is his fourth triple. Lead is 24, the largest for the Clippers, and they force a turnover. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Dunn whips the pass to Jones. The flyby from Castle and Jones. Wembanyama there defensively.
I would not say is particularly high.
He's averaging 4.5 blocks his last 8 games. Oh my goodness, it's in 39 minutes last night. Jab step three, Leonard got it. Kawhi Leonard's first three of the night. 39 straight 20-point games for Leonard. He's got 6 points more to go to get it to 40 in a row. That is the second longest active streak. Though he's about 100 behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's got the longest. Leonard through contact, missed it. 7 boards for Wembanyama. Vassell pulls up, hit and out. Leonard blows past Vassell. They work it around to the top of the key. Sanders trying to put it on the deck and lost the handle. Turns it over. Champagny will take it himself.
Understanding which way the ball handler wants to go and jumping in the path, creating a turnover.
Castle knocks it away.
How long this run is here for Victor. Starts the quarter, so we're at 4 minutes as he comes up to bring a ball screen to Fox.
Jones gets knocked to the ground, and Fox.
Vassell says he tells me throw it to the move.
Still, the Spurs trail the Clippers by 19 early in the third quarter. Jones three blocked by Wembanyama. That is his third block. He averages 3 per game, which leads the NBA. Fox wide open three. Multiple defenders went to Wembanyama.
Trying to make sure the lob wasn't there, and that's why you're going to get uncontested looks.
A 9-0 San Antonio run. Lopez high post jump shot off the back iron. Wembanyama's 8th rebound. He'll bring it up the floor. Leonard bats it away.
This left, it's just a turn and touch it away.
He's got Sanders on him on the switch with a jab step. And the jumper, it's good. 11 straight for Sanders. From down 25 to 14 in a matter of a couple of minutes. Jones, same spot, another miss. Champagny saves it. Here comes Fox, who has 7 points of his own during this run by the Spurs. He'll fire a three off the front iron. Leonard racing up the court, drives all the way downhill to the rim, and will go. First 7 seasons were spent here in. Leonard gets both free throws. Wembanyama to the bench. 16 minutes played. Well, let's see now, because every time he's gone out, the lead has gone up for the Clippers. Castle with the skip and the three. Vassell not there. Clippers possession. Again, Leonard running. And the lob. And a foul going to be called. And of course, Jason Tatum's return, triumphant return to the Celtics, who beat Dallas in the first game of our NBA Friday doubleheader. Lopez, oh, nice pass to Jones. Shot clock down to 2 in the paint, pulls up, in and out. Leonard inside is fouled. That was kept alive.
Is the tough nights from 3 like tonight. 8 for 27. But contrast that with the 25 wins against teams that are 500 or better. And the wins against the top of the league, notably Detroit and Oklahoma City.
6 total wins against the top teams in the league, the Thunder and the Pistons, as Champagny drills the three. 5 of those 6 by double figures. That's the first time that's happened in NBA history.
Wow.
So to your point, they can beat anybody, but you do wonder on a cold shooting night, can they survive in a series? Have not been to the playoffs since 2019. The organization hasn't won a series since 2017. They have the second longest active drought from the postseason right now in the league, behind Charlotte. Champagny back-to-back threes, and the Spurs climb within 12.
And Champagny is a guy who can get white hot, folks. He can bury 8-9 at a time.
17-4 run. Sanders comes back and buries a triple for LA.
Big response by the young man.
50th overall pick by the Knicks in the draft. Traded then to the Clippers, who get a steal. Leonard in transition scores.
Well, you're not going to strip steal him. Another timeout here by...
Straight 20-point game for Leonard. The lead back to 17. Champagny fouled by Sanders on the three-point shot. 40 when he did it in 1972.
Times, and his impact has been felt with far more than scoring.
His former team. And it's not like it's a small sample size. This is the 16th time he's played against the Spurs.
Let me give the Spurs crowd a little hint. Don't boo him when he touches it the first time.
It was very loud too early on, but to no avail. Meanwhile, Champagny's got 11 in the quarter as the Spurs are back within 14 at the 4-minute mark in the third. Clippers work it around the horn, and now Sanders on the drive, way off the mark on the short one. Wembanyama still on the bench, played just 16 minutes, does have 20 points to lead the Spurs, but with Champagny getting going, can others help as Harper gets to the rim, and he's got 8 off the bench.
His ability to consistently touch paint is impressive.
Again, it feels like with him, as the season has gone along, he's gotten better. Number 2 pick in the draft, Mathurin on the pull-up from 15 feet. 6 points now for Mathurin in his 10th game as a Clipper in the Zubats trade just before the deadline in February. Champagny pass, Sanders off the window, no. Cornette can't tip it in the first time, and the second time he had it deflected to the Clippers. Miller, oh, tough shot, banks it home.
This young man can score the basketball.
Got 11 points and 6 assists off the bench tonight. 3 is good for Champagny.
Teammates keep finding me. I always give credit to them. I get no shots without them, so shout out to them.
Once down 25, you cut it to 11. What did you see on how you need to carry over that to the fourth quarter?
Just play physical. I think we got away from that in the first half, and part of the third quarter, we picked it up and made some shots, but I think from here on out, it's physicality and executing.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Dave.
Well, the bottle was definitely uncorked there in that 30 at 17, which is the most in any quarter in his career.
You are rolling on the champagne jokes.
Glad you got that one. The first one, I think, just...
It slid right by me.
Either that, it was just terrible.
No, I'm confessing it slid right by me.
Fox to the basket. They're watching the minutes. In case you're just joining us, he's only played 16 minutes, but he has 20 points. This after 39 minutes last night against Detroit in a win here at home. About 5 minutes per quarter as Fox is called. Clippers trying to get back to 500 for the first time since November 3rd when they were 3-3. They were 15 games under 500 at one point this year. Dunn working hard. Hits that one to fall. The Clippers after tonight have 20 games left. Only 8 of those are on the road. They play at Memphis tomorrow, then 5 straight at home. They still have 2 games against the Pelicans, 2 against the Mavericks, who are out of the playoffs as well. Three-pointer Johnson, good, after hitting one at the end of the third.
And the Spurs within 10. Again, second night of a back-to-back. And the variance in the three-point shooting from first and second to third quarter, incredible for the Spurs. Doesn't feel like a ton there.
And Isaiah Jackson has struggled at the line, and that could be another reason why he wanted to make sure he's safe. And with the injury to Niederhauser, his numbers in terms of minutes will go up.
Yeah, no John Collins for the Clippers as well. John could play some small ball 5 if need be.
He's not on this trip with a neck injury. Darius Garland is not playing tonight, but will play tomorrow. Fox got deep, and it's a single-digit deficit right now for San Antonio. Dunn harassed by Carter Bryant, the rookie, but then Dunn spins past him. Great recovery, though. Bryant with the steal. Fox to Cornette. Cornette all the way. It's a 7-point game.
Boy, the defensive intensity. You touched on it in the third, how for 5 minutes the Spurs raised their level. Same thing here.
Miller, couple of pump fakes. Away. Carter Bryant has been huge defensively the last couple times on defense as Fox has fouled up. Game, Victor Wembanyama here. The Spurs trying to mount the comeback. Fox is fouled again last decade. Used to be a regular occurrence in San Antonio. Fox with the teardrop. Timeout, Clippers. 5 up there here in potential winning time after his team was down 25 with 9 minutes to go in the third. They double Leonard with the shot clock at 4. Double clutch. Leonard misses. Wembanyama with his 9th rebound. Spurs back within 5. Plenty of time on the clock here. Castle's had a quiet night. As they scored just 3 points. He does have 6 assists and 6 rebounds. Fox pulls up and scores again. 11-1 run. It's a 3-point game. Who will stop the bleeding for the Clippers? Jackson. Dunn has it blocked by Wemby. That's 4 swats now for Wembanyama. Alley-oop, Bryant with a slam. Here come the Spurs. Almost a steal. Leonard gives it up. 3 on the way. Rebound Vassell. San Antonio can take the lead. Had a 6-point lead early on, but that's it. Castle kicks it out. Vassell wide open. Buries it. A 3. Fourth quarter, 18-5. It's a 13-0 run, and they lead by 2. They had 50 points with about 9 minutes to go in the third and basically scored 50 points since. Leonard spinning and coming over the block. It is Bryant, but it will count.
Getting that thing before it's on the way down.
Leonard now with 24. San Antonio very much alive for the #1 seed as Wembanyama misses a 3. They trail Oklahoma City by 2 games in the loss column for the top spot. They win the tiebreaker with the Thunder. They beat them 4 out of 5 times in the regular season. Lopez no. Wembanyama with his 10th rebound.
Great communication by Victor to go cover the corner shooter to the young Carter Bryant, who looked like he might be beat. That subtle defensive play is big.
Wembanyama with the left hand. Fox with the...
Stated by Victor and then the left-hand drive. Oh, my.
22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks in less than 20 minutes for Wembanyama. And he challenged that. Leonard had to, instead of shoot it, try to pass it and turned it over.
And Carter Bryant again in position defensively to make a play.
Bryant, the 14th pick in the draft out of Arizona. Wembanyama tried to give it up. It was batted away, and then Dunn dives on the floor.
Angel talked with Sean Sweeney at the half about it.
Fox's 3 hung on the rim, then fell off. Leonard with 24 points to lead the Clippers in scoring. Gets deep in the lane. Too deep, though. Out to Lopez. Leonard from the mid-range.
This guy's shot me up, right? The ability under that kind of pressure to remain calm and make shots.
And then what a defensive play, ripping it away from Castle. And a flush on the other end for the former Spur. 10 fast break points in this game. He just got the steal and score to push the Clippers back in front. Wembanyama to the bench. Fox misses and rebounded by Jones. San Antonio monitoring Wembanyama's minutes. That's why he's on the pine right now with 20 minutes played and Cornette back on the court. Leonard out to Lopez and the 3 not even close. Rebound Champagnie, who had that brilliant third quarter. Almost single-handedly got the Spurs back in the game with 17 of them 30. With the slam off the cap. Castle miss, and we're tied again. And a foul called.
Ball here.
Carter Bryant coming in for Cornette. Leonard with a shot clock down to 6. They swing it to the corner. Now Lopez, who's got the big-time height advantage. They'll double him. Has to put the shot up, and it's a 24-second violation.
So downsized, a lot of space on the floor here. Where do they go offensively?
3.5 to go. Game tied at 103. Bryant straight on 3. Wow! What a night for Carter Bryant on both ends. The 20-year-old rookie out of Arizona has been dynamite. Done on the other end. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but it works out with Lopez cleaning it up to get the Clippers within 1.
Be interesting to see what the scorebook is. But how about Carter Bryant with the big 3?
His 34th made 3 of the year. 1 every 2 games, basically, for the Spurs. Fox in trouble, gets it back out. Shot clock at 7. Castle just 1 of 6 shooting. Driving in Lopez, falling away off the front rim.
Tough offensive night for Stephon Castle, just 1 for 7.
Wembanyama will check in at the next dead ball for the Spurs with 2.5 to go, leading by 1. Leonard drives, stops in the lane. Off the back rim, no, and boarded by Champagnie.
I mean, you're trusting Carter Bryant with some tough defensive assignments. Kawhi just misses that one, but that's trust.
Fox takes the shot, swishes it home. Fox with nothing.
When he can get to that left hand, so tough.
3-point lead for San Antonio at the 2-minute mark. Castle denying. Kawhi Leonard is off the ball, trying to get free. Jones lobs for Lopez, who scores inside.
I'll tell you what, Carter Bryant.
Yama's been at the scorer's table for the last 45 seconds, but without a whistle, can't get in the game. Fox goes away from the screen, driving on Jones, and a foul called on the Clippers.
Size and strength, the ability to seal, give a target hand in an easy shot.
Bryant to the bench, Wembanyama back on the court. Great passing by the Spurs. Champagnie, and an air ball from 3. Castle hits the deck, shaken up, holding his right hip as he comes up the floor. Clippers trying to retake the lead with 1:20 to go. Leonard on the face-up, trying to go around Champagnie, who commits the 50 Clippers as Leonard is bumped and will go to the line now with Castle.
With the lead, shouldn't put him at the free throw line.
Spurs have a chance. Leonard knocks down both free throws. He's got 10 points here in the quarter. 30 points on the night. His 17th 30-point game of the season. LA by 1. Wembanyama spot up 3. He thought he missed it. He ran to the back. 1 minute to go. 25 points in 20 minutes for Wembanyama. Shot clock at 10, and Ty Lue will call a timeout. That will leave them. Get it into Lopez. Now return it to Jones, who goes right at Wembanyama. Count the basket and the foul. Free throw is good, and the Clippers back in front with 52 seconds to go. 112-111 Los Angeles. On the switch, Wembanyama, now Lopez comes over to help. Fox breaks down Leonard, misses a 3, and rebound by Dunn. Spurs don't have to foul, they can play it out here. Leonard against Wembanyama. Shot clock at 14, game clock at 28. Fox comes to double. Leonard gives it up. Timers at 8. Dunn with a cross-court feed. Leonard straight on 3. Short. Long rebound. Fox. Down court. Wemby with the slam. Spurs back in front. 16 seconds left. Will inbound. Here's Lopez. Back to the 2. Who wasn't expecting it, and he was standing out of bounds. Gust. Castle to inbound. And an offensive foul. Vassell pushed off. Now a challenge. Castle long inbound to Champagnie. Takes it to the basket. And a foul on Mathurin. For 3 tonight. Had that huge third quarter, but he misses the free throw. To go to the basket and try to score. He missed the second when Wembanyama tips it, and it's tracked down by Champagnie. That was Wembanyama who kept it alive. The Clippers have to foul. And they do with 6.1 left. Got that one. Front rim. Oh, he got his own miss. And then puts it in the basket. The Clippers fall asleep twice on foul shots. The Spurs